Can a simple 5-step process save lives in your workplace? Let's find out how. Welcome to My Safety Hub, where we delve into the essentials of workplace safety. I am Orchid Fourie, and today we're focusing on a crucial aspect every employer and employee should master, which is the risk assessment. Risk assessments are not just a regulatory requirement, they are fundamental tools that help prevent accidents and ensure a safe working environment. We've previously created an in-depth video regarding the risk assessment, but today we'll be looking at how to conduct one efficiently. In today's episode, we'll walk you through a straightforward 5-step process to perform a risk assessment in your workplace. From identifying potential hazards to implementing and updating your safety measures, we've got you covered. So whether you're a seasoned safety officer or new to this field, this guide will help you enhance safety and compliance at your workplace. Step 1. Identifying the hazards. The first step in any risk assessment is to identify the hazards. This means looking for anything that could potentially cause harm in your workplace. It's about being proactive and not reactive. Start by walking through your workplace and observing what could reasonably be expected to cause harm. Ask yourself, could this situation, equipment, or process injure someone or worsen their health and safety in any way? Don't do this alone. Engage your team and get input from the people who work with these processes and tools every day. They can provide insights you might miss. Also, review the accident and ill health records which may be available to you. These often highlight previously overlooked risks. Make use of the checklists and hazard identification tools available from your health and safety organizations. These resources are designed to help you not miss anything. Remember, identifying hazards is an ongoing process as new equipment, substances, and work procedures are introduced, or when the workplace layout changes, new hazards may emerge. Step 2. Determine who might be harmed and how. Once hazards are identified, the next step is to determine who might be harmed and how. This isn't just about your full-time employees. Consider contractors, temporary workers, visitors, or the general public who might also be affected by your workplace activities. Also think about how each person could be harmed. For example, could that exposed wiring pose a risk of electrical shock to your maintenance team? Or could the heavy lifting involved in a task lead to back injuries amongst your warehouse staff? It's also crucial to consider the varying risk levels for different groups. For instance, young or inexperienced workers might be at greater risk in certain environments compared to their more experienced counterparts. Similarly, people with disabilities might face unique challenges that need specific considerations. Engage with your team during this process. Their input is invaluable because they know their tasks and the risks better than anyone else. Use structured interviews or surveys that gather detailed information about what might cause harm and to whom. Step 3. Evaluate the risks and decide on precautions. With the hazards identified and the at-risk groups determined, our next step is to evaluate these risks and decide on the necessary precautions to be taken. This step is about understanding the magnitude of the risks and implementing measures to control or eliminate it. Start by asking how likely it is that each hazard could cause harm and how severe that harm could be. This will help you prioritize which risks need more immediate attention. Not all risks are equal in nature, and your resources should be allocated accordingly. The best way to manage risk is to eliminate the hazard completely. If that's not possible, look at ways to control the risk effectively. This could be through engineering controls, administrative controls, or providing personal protective equipment. Remember, your goal is to reduce the risk to an acceptable level where the likelihood of harm is minimized. Involve your employees in this process. They can offer practical insights and innovative ideas for mitigating risks that you might not have considered. It's important to document your findings and action plans. This documentation not only helps in regulatory compliance, but also serves as a reference for future risk assessments and safety audits. Step 4. Record the findings and implement them. After evaluating the risks and deciding on the necessary precautions to be taken, it's crucial to record your findings and implement the measures you've identified. This step is about turning your assessments into action and ensuring that these actions are tracked and maintained. Start by documenting every detail of your risk assessment. This includes the hazards, the decisions made, and the reasons being behind those decisions. Be specific about who is responsible for implementing each control measure and the deadlines for these actions. Implementation is the key to effective risk management. It's not enough to identify and plan, you have to act. Ensure that the planned controls are put into place. This might include physical changes to the workplace, new safety protocols, or ongoing training programs. Regular follow-ups are essential to ensure that the measures are not only implemented but are working as intended. Use check-ins and audits to verify compliance and effectiveness. This ongoing monitoring will help you catch and rectify any issues before they lead to accidents. Finally, make sure this documentation is accessible. It should be easy for anyone involved in the process to review what has been done and what needs attention. Transparency in this documentation fosters a culture of safety and accountability. Step 5. Review and update the risk assessment regularly. The final step in our risk assessment process is to review and update the assessment on a regular basis. Safety is dynamic and not static, which means your risk assessment should evolve as your workplaces do. Schedule regular reviews of your risk assessments to ensure they remain accurate and comprehensive. This is especially important after any significant changes in your workplace, such as the introduction of new equipment, substances, or changes in work processes, as well as after an incident or accident. During these reviews, ask key questions. Have there been any changes that might introduce new hazards? Are the existing controls still as effective as they should be? Are there more things that we can do to reduce risk? Involve your employees in the review processes as well. Their day-to-day experiences can provide critical insights that might not be obvious from a managerial perspective. They can help identify what's working and what isn't. Keep your documentation updated based on these reviews. Updated records not only help in maintaining regulatory compliance, but also serve as a valuable tool for ongoing training and orientation for new staff members. We've walked through the essential steps of conducting a successful risk assessment: identifying hazards, determining who might be harmed and how, evaluating risks, implementing controls, and regularly updating the assessment itself. Each step is crucial in building a robust safety culture that not only complies with regulations, but genuinely protects your team. Remember, a risk assessment is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process that plays a vital role in your organization's safety. By staying diligent and proactive, you can significantly reduce risks and create a safer workplace for everyone. If this guide was helpful to you, please like and subscribe to my Safety Hub for more practical safety tips and insights. Share your experiences with risk assessments in the comments below or any challenges you faced. We're here to learn together and support each other in creating safer work environments. And as always, stay safe, stay inspired, and until next time, take care.